So, tell me what your specialties are.
So my specialties are Taekwondo and boxing right now. I've been doing Taekwondo the absolute longest, but now I'm transitioning into boxing and really becoming proficient in that. With Muay Thai as well, and just making sure that I am able to combine all of those different types of martial arts into one.
When did you start training in martial arts?
I started training martial arts at 2 years old. I was just a little baby, and 16 years later, here I am, still loving it the same.
How long did it take you to master your skills?
I wouldn't say I've mastered anything, and that's something I advocate for a lot, is don't focus on mastering something, focus on becoming a jack of all trades. That's why I learn all the different weapons, all these different types of arts, so that I'm really able to understand all of them. But you know, after 16 years of doing martial arts, I've definitely gotten at that point with Taekwondo where I can say that I can like pass down my knowledge to different generations.
If you could work on any project, what would it be?
You know, I always talk about how much I love Marvel. Marvel is something so close to me for my heart because that's where I found my passion for combining acting and martial arts. So I think definitely being in a Marvel movie, seeing myself on that screen one day would be amazing.
What superhero would you be if you were in Marvel?
You know, I just went viral for the Black Widow move on TikTok. It's the one where you wrap your legs around someone and you flip them over. So right now I'm kind of coming off of that high. I'm like, I'm Black Widow now. And I love Scarlett Johansson, and I really look up to her as an actress. So I love her as a superhero. I think she's amazing.
What inspired you to get into martial arts?
You know, at 2 years old, I didn't have much of an option. You know, my parents put me in it because I was really shy. I think after seeing myself after a year of martial arts when I was 3 and being able to lead a class on my own just at 3 years old and being like, all right, guys, we're going into front kicks now. I really found my passion for leadership, and that really inspired me to stick with it and see where it goes.
What is your favorite fighting style?
My favorite fighting style is always going to be Taekwondo. I love being, you know, light on my feet, just going quick, pa, you know, 1, 2. That's why I love it, because it's so fast paced. So I'm definitely biased in that way.
How many backflips can you do in one go?
I tested this a few months ago and I couldn't walk the next day, but I did about 15
That's
in
crazy.
one go. But if I have breaks in between, I can do more.
You're a 13-time Taekwondo world champion. That's crazy. Well, will there be a 14?
You know, I go back and forth with it. I've definitely done all that I can do in individual events. One of the things that I would do is team sync. That's with 2 people. I'm thinking about going out for the world title on that with one of my boyfriend, actually, who's an amazing martial artist. So we'll see.
What kind of fitness are you into outside of your training?
Oh my gosh, I love HIIT training, something really, obviously I love fast paced because of Taekwondo. So, you know, those burpees, Tabata, 20 on, 10 off, 45 on, 15 off, anything that is gonna get my legs burning to help me improve my kicks too, I love.
What is the hardest part of learning a new fighting style?
I think the hardest part about learning a new fighting style, after doing it for so long too, is that it's hard to transition the different types of kicks and techniques into a different one. For example, Taekwondo, like I said, is very light on the feet and fast. It doesn't have that follow through. Whereas if I'm learning Muay Thai, I have to learn how to follow through with that round kick. This is what I'm used to, right? So that's what's really difficult for me, is like, oh wait, I'm doing Muay Thai, follow through, and not just that stick.
When did you first consider yourself an influencer?
I still don't completely consider myself an influencer, just because with my content creation and being a martial artist, I just want people to start martial arts, or if they've been out of it for a while, to start up again. And I guess I'm an influencer in that way because I want to influence people into learning how to defend themselves and find their passion too.
Tell me how you grew a following.
You know, I really just started focusing on what sets me apart, right? So that's martial arts. I started combining that with other things I love, like fashion and makeup and doing my hair all nice, which I noticed was a niche and not a lot of people were doing. And once I really started putting my all into that, and I think people were easily able to tell that I'm genuinely passionate about what I'm doing, it was just natural gravitation and people wanted to follow me for that reason.
How long have you been doing work on social media?
I've been taking social media seriously now for about 5 months, and I've grown 110,000 followers since then. I really noticed the power of social media recently. It's absolutely insane.
Did you ever foresee this career path for yourself?
I definitely have. I never considered anything else for myself. Ever since I won my first world title in martial arts, I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And then when I got into acting, I was like, this is exactly what I need to do, combining that and the entertainment industry. And I definitely foresee myself going far with not only social media, but also acting, which is a huge hope for me. So, yeah.
When did you start gaining traction in your content creation?
I started gaining traction after a martial arts repost page started reposting me called Martial Arts AM. And I distinctly remember the video. It was one where I was in Beverly Hills that I shot a few videos there. And after that, I think I got above like 30,000 views on that one video. And I was like, how is this possible? And I just started posting consistently, getting the same amount of views. And even with like the Reels format on Instagram, and it was insane, and it never really slowed down after that.
What were the hardest challenges in the beginning specifically?
The hardest challenge in the beginning was definitely being like, is this really feasible? I have seen so many people be able to make this into a career and a lifestyle for themselves, but what makes me different? How am I gonna be able to maintain this? And I kept doubting it. I was like, I'm just gonna do it for fun. It's gonna be for fun. And then 4 or 5 months later, I'm actually able to make a career out of it. So I don't really have those doubts anymore, but it was definitely difficult in the beginning.
What advice would you give to other young women out there that want to create content but don't know where to start?
I would say just do it. I am Nike right now, just do it. If my story doesn't show you enough of, silence those voices, don't listen to those negativity and those negative comments in your head. Just go for it. You know what you love to do. You know what gets you out of bed in the morning. If you don't find it, discover that for yourself and set that forth.
What is your favorite part of creating content?
My favorite part, honestly, is being able to improve my skills with it. It definitely motivates me to train even more, and I have this great idea in my head where I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be amazing, like the Black Widow move. I'm like, I'm gonna learn that. So it goes hand in hand with me improving as a martial artist, so it doesn't halt me in any way, it progresses me as a person, and I think that's so much fun.